Hey guys, so I had done this. Oh, did I scare you? I had done this video for newborn faves, and I thought it would be fun to kind of do like mommy and Jackson faves throughout the months up till a year. I mean, even maybe into toddlerhood, you know? So I don't know. I just thought it would be good because I watch these kind of videos and it helps me see like what other kids his age like. Sometimes I watch what kids 2 months ahead of him like, just because he's a little, you know, he's advanced. So some stuff I think like, okay, he could do that earlier. He might enjoy that earlier. But so I was gonna do like every couple months do one of these, but I realized that's way too much crap to keep up with and remember. So I'm just gonna start doing them monthly. So I wanted to go ahead and get months 2 and 3 out of the way with. And you guys, my stuff is not always gonna be like super expensive stuff. It's, you know, it's real, like things he really likes. Sometimes there might be expensive stuff in this, sometimes there might not be, but these are just things he enjoyed that I want to share with you guys, some of his favorite things and some of mommy's favorite things for him. So the very first thing, he's already like, hey. You guys know at 2 months we started balloon kicks. And can you see him? So if you go to the Dollar Tree and you get, if you're just watching this randomly, and you get some balloons and you gently tie them kind of in like a, I don't remember what those knots are called, but where you just pull and it unties, but very gently and always supervised because strings are dangerous, balloons are dangerous. I would stick with Mylar balloons just to be extra cautious. They don't pop as easily. Latex balloons are extremely dangerous, but you always want to do this supervised. So you tie it to their feet and they kick them, balloon kicks. And it teaches them eye tracking development, gross motor skills, cause and effect. It's a really good educational thing, and he has stayed obsessed with balloons. He doesn't just do balloon kicks anymore. He works on grabbing the balloons in air, and he likes to grab them with his hand and hold on, and he shakes it like that. We do a lot of things with balloons. Well, bye guys. The Elmo ones are his favorite. He doesn't watch TV or anything. I don't do screen time. So I like the extent of knowing who Elmo is through books and his balloons, but he really likes the Elmo balloons. I think he likes faces because there's a smiley face one too, but so that is one of his faves. This has been like his absolute fave. And actually, we just threw up a little bit. Once we started, he started mimicking language. He started doing that a little bit earlier than normal, but he, you know, obviously he's not saying his first words. That doesn't come till later, but he is mimicking a lot. And his favorite word to mimic is balloon, and he can't obviously say balloon, but he sure tries, and he says alloon, 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 alloon. So yeah, that's how much he likes it. He tries to mimic the word. I'm gonna try to do while Jackson's playing, so just bear with me because really I don't have a lot of time on the weekends, and there's certain videos I have to do when Daddy's playing with him without him in the room. So I'm gonna try to do videos like this with Jackson in the room while he's just playing, if that makes sense. So the next thing is a big thing. Oh shit! Gotta touch that paint. This is the Baby Einstein bouncer. It vibrates. Well, the batteries are almost dead. Oh wait, no they're not. Can y'all hear that? So when they kick, it has this option. So instead of just continuous music, when they kick or get excited, it goes off. And then there's the option of just continuous music. You want to be a bouncer. And then there is a vibrate. Just soothing vibrate. So we got this, I want to say when he was closer to 3 months. Also it comes with this little book thing on the side, sorry, like little crunchy books, obviously a lap belt. It has these little pool things which kind of teach them cause and effect. I don't like him being sedentary for long, so when we use things like this, it's not for very long, but he had an infant napper that came with his pack and play, and we used it a lot when we would wash bottles or he would fall asleep, because he, for some reason, he didn't really like the swing that much when he was really little. My intention was like to let him use the swing occasionally for stuff like that. And so dinners and stuff, and like me eating when I'm home alone, or pumping when he just like doesn't want to play anymore and stuff, became like really difficult. So we wanted something that could kind of like keep his attention, or like might be more interesting than just sitting in a napper. So we found this, and it was like $60, I think, after taxes or with taxes. I got it at Babies R Us, and to be honest, he used it for like a month and a half. He still uses it. Like, don't get me wrong, he still uses it, but like not as often, because now he's like obsessed with his swing. Go figure. But this, I don't regret buying this at all. I feel like it was much better, if he was gonna have to be sedentary with something that, you know, entertained him. And when he was too little, when he was like at the 2-month point, when we had first got it towards the ends of 2 months, I would attach things to this so he could reach him easier. Because it is difficult to reach when they're really tiny. But like, honestly, he does still like this. It's just like he's in the recent months become obsessed with his swing and his jumper, which I'll talk about probably next month. So that's his bounce chair. I originally never planned on getting a bounce chair. I didn't register for one or anything. So I was like, oh, he has his napper. But then I didn't like him just sitting there with nothing, I don't know, not entertaining him, but nothing around him stimulating him, if that made sense. So up next, mirrors are great. Hello, camera. Mirrors are really fantastic for babies, like all the way into toddlerhood. Mirrors are fantastic developmental thing. So I wanted to get him a mirror. If you're getting a mirror for your baby or toddler, you want to make sure it is plastic and that it is safe. So this is just a mirror from IKEA. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but if you want to look it up online, it's like a locker mirror, but I liked that. I'm going to do it this way so it's not reflecting light. It's like huge. So we use this during tummy time a lot, especially in the 2nd and 3rd month. I was trying to keep him in tummy time because he hated it. Like, he just now likes tummy time finally, but he hated it, and so I was trying to keep him engaged and like interested, and the mirror helped a lot. I'm actually going to go buy several more so that he has like a huge kind of put them next to each other, you know, and kind of make like a big mirror for his playroom. But this was like $5 at IKEA. It's plastic. It's exactly what a baby needs, and you don't have to spend a lot of money, and it's great. So yeah, IKEA mirror. You know, I realized you look mad hot mess. Your bib does not match your outfit. We're Frankenstein today. So the next thing is a mommy favorite. It is his Playmat, and I got it from Bye Bye Baby. It's $80. I used the Bed Bath & Beyond coupon. You can use those at Bye Bye Baby. It's owned by the same company. I used the 20% off to get it cheaper. And it is a giant playmat. It is not the traditional foam playmats that have like puzzle pieces or whatever. Those are filled with chemicals and formaldehyde, and they honestly can smell so bad. Like, I mean, like Jackson has one kind of downstairs, and I let it air out in the garage before we used it for a while, and then he only uses it once in a while when we're down there. But I'm seriously considering buying another one of these mats for downstairs, because like getting one of those for like $20 and then getting this, there's such a difference in like the softness, like the chemical smell. I always put a blanket on his one downstairs. We don't have carpets really in the house at all, so it's been really great for my joints because I have a chronic pain condition. Getting down the floor with him, it's definitely more a mommy favorite at this point. I don't know if I said this yet or not. There's alphabets on one side. There's a little town that they can play with cars with on the other side when they're bigger, and it is amazing. It is worth every penny. I would buy it again and again because it's just so comfortable. So the next thing is another IKEA thing. It is this giant polar bear. Jackson got it as a gift at our gender reveal party before we knew if he is a boy or girl from my dad, and he did not like tummy time. Up until closer to 3 months to 4 months, he became okay with tummy time. Yes, you did. Yes. He became much more comfortable with tummy time. And so until then, the boppy, he hated that for tummy time, like trying to find different things to keep him engaged in tummy time. So the polar bear one day I pulled out, because obviously I wasn't playing with stuffed animals, and I was like, this thing seems kind of perfect to lay him on his chest. And it was. He could do tummy time so much longer. I mean, of course, we also did flat on the floor tummy time, but I also kept him like kind of elevated tummy time for, you know, like when we did sensory play and stuff like that, or just like when he wanted to look at his little mirror. And that was so much better. He liked that so much better. So I would honestly suggest, because the boppy is so tall, I would suggest that if you have a baby doing tummy time and they're struggling, try to find a stuffed animal like that. I mean, IKEA has really cheap stuffed animals, not like as in cheap quality, but like cheaper than having to buy a stuffed animal this big at like Toys R Us. And it's a good stuffed animal. It's held up to him and Liam for 4 months. And I mean, he's thrown up on it. I've washed it once. It's good quality. It's just a good price at IKEA. I don't know the name of it, but you can go on their website and look at all their stuffed animals. On the note of stuffed animals, around 2 months, he was sent this by one of my friends. It is a knit puppy. How sweet is this? And he absolutely adores this. And I think it's like the texture of it, and you know, like it feels different than his other like loveys and stuffed animals. He absolutely adores this. The person that made it, I don't know if she's actually selling them. She has like a Facebook page, and I will link that in the description box below. But it was a gift, and I don't know if you guys can buy it. It was just so sweet, and he loves this. He loves this little puppy. I actually can't wait till he's older and he names it. With that gift also came these amazing wooden teether rings. I'm about to give him one. I think one is already out somewhere, but I think there was 4. I think one's on the mat somewhere from he was playing with it. So it's like knitted around here, and then here is the wood, and he loves these things too. More into the 3-month, you know, when he started discovering his mouth and putting everything in his mouth. But he loves these. Sometimes he holds them like this, sometimes he holds them like this, but he always like gums on the wood. So these are awesome. These things are like spot clean only, so we do not take them anywhere because he loves them so much. I don't want them to get ruined. And I don't let him play with his his puppy right after a bottle. Usually we don't do tummy time or stuff on the floor, and we wait like an hour after a bottle, but we're very careful with this because he loves it so much. And it's not, I don't believe it's washable. The packaging said like hand wash only. Next, I'm gonna go through his favorite books and my favorite books to read to him. So his 2 favorite books, as crazy as it is that he has favorite books, is Toy Story 1 and 2. I don't know like what it is about these books, but he giggles and laughs through the whole thing, like both of them. I don't understand like the logic behind it. Like he knows if I'm reading him Toy Story versus Peter Pan, you know, like he loves these books. These are just the Disney reading. I feel like one of these is from when my niece was little, and the other one is one I ordered from like the Disney Book Club. So for some reason he knows these like are the same kind of book. I don't know if it's like the images, but these are his jam. They still are. From like 2 months, 3 months into 4 months, these are still his favorite books. It's so odd. So these are my favorites to read to him. I Prayed for You. This was a gift from my aunt for his baptism, and so was God Gave Us You. Just talking about it, I want to cry. I cannot read these books to him without crying. They are such good books, especially if he went through something like infertility. Like, these books are everything. Just talking about it, I'm like... Then my dad gave him this one that also makes me cry. I Love You to the Moon and Back. This is another one of my favorites to read to him. This is my ultimate top favorite to read to him, and I read this to my niece Katie every single night before bed, and now I read it to Jackson every single night as well. I Love You Forever. This is my absolute favorite book. If you're going to a baby shower, have you ever seen the tradition where somebody's like, don't bring a card, bring a book? Get the mom this book. This is the sweetest book ever. It's been my favorite book. Katie is now 15 years old, so I read this to her 15 years ago. every single night before bed, and now I'm doing the same thing with Jackson. Up next, these are kind of the same thing that is attached to his, similar, it's Baby Einstein too, that's attached to his bouncer. It just came with this Baby Einstein gift set someone gave us, and he just likes, once around 3 months once he started putting everything in his mouth, he likes these to like feel them, chew on them, look at them. We actually have we got 2 sets of these as gifts. So he has like one for upstairs and one for downstairs, but he just really likes these little cages. Just something, you know, simple that he's really loved. Up next are these just ring things. I actually got these to extend his toys to where if he like dropped one, it wouldn't fall on the ground when he's in the stroller, or if like he wanted to reach for one, he could pull it closer, because before I was trying to clip stuff on his stroller so it wouldn't fall off, but I noticed he couldn't pull it to him as much as he liked. So these rings are really great. I got them at Toys R Us for like $3.99. There's a few more, I just don't know where they are. They're all around the house because I have them attached to toys, but he also just likes the rings. He likes to play with the rings. So that is something he liked more into 3 months though. So I believe it was at 2 months, but maybe towards the end we got a set of these. They've been in my vlog. It also has a strawberry and a grape. It was like $9. I'll try to find it on Amazon and link it below. It is a silicone teether toy. So the bottom has, I don't know if you can see, like these little things, different things they can gum on, and then they can also gum on this part. This was actually something my friend April, that was like my due date twin the whole pregnancy, got from a pediatrician friend, gave it to her for her son Luke, and she told me about it, so I ordered them, and it is amazing. Like when they're at that point where they want to pick stuff up and they want to put stuff in their mouth, but they're not quite strong enough. So I want to say this was at like 2 months. You know, things are too heavy for them, like bigger teethers are just too heavy, and this is very, very, very light, and he was able to grab onto it and gum it and do what he wanted to do, but without it being like too big or bulky or too heavy. So like I would highly recommend these to anyone whose baby is starting to discover their fingers and their hands and stuff. These are fantastic. Like I said, he has a grape one downstairs, and he has his strawberry one in his diaper bag. So up next is this, what are these things called? Like the O-balls? Yeah, O-ball. I had seen this when he had just turned 2 months old at Bye Bye Baby. One of the times me and my friend were there, and I saw their O-balls, and I was like, God, that's expensive, because I knew these are great toys and I wanted to get him one. But it was like the one I saw didn't even have these like rattle things in it. It was O-ball brand, and Bye Bye Baby had just the ball part, like this size, for like, what it was like $14 or something insane. And my friend and I were like, oh my God. Maybe it was like $10.99. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't $14, but it was an insane price. I would never pay for something that didn't even have the rattles. And the ones with the rattles were like $15. The ones that just had like just the holes was $9.99. So I go into Target one day with him, and the same thing, except with the balls, the rattle part. You see your O-ball? I'm gonna give it to you in a second. I'll give it to you in a second. Yeah. It was like $4.99, so I went ahead and got it for him, and I actually want to buy another one for his diaper bag, because this is great when they're learning to grab. So this is a toy that can grow with them a lot when they get bigger. And O-ball makes a lot of things. They make little cars so they can grab the car thing easier, and little helicopters. They're like a great toy company. Actually, yes. You are so smart. I will give you your O-ball, I promise. Well, you guys have seen it, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. Here you go. So they have like a gift set at Target, actually, of different kind of O-balls. So he loves that thing, and it's something that can grow with them as they get bigger, and they start being more tactile and their dexterity gets better. You can stuff it with fabric and let them pull it out, which is kind of like sorting and stuff like that, early math. So yeah, that's just a great toy. He loves it. And Mommy needs to buy you another one. I keep saying that. So the last 2 things are car toys. They stay in the car, but I brought them in just for this. Jackson has always hated car rides, especially when the car stops moving. We're getting a little better. Well, like his first week of life, he didn't care because he slept all the time. But like from that point on, he hated car rides. Wow, that's a big story. He absolutely hated car rides. So I found this. We found this like when he was about to turn 3 months old. We found it at Bye Bye Baby, I believe. It's by Bright Stars. So it has a power. He's so cute. It has a power, like a lower volume and the top volume. Oh, now you see this too. Now he sees his little, we call it his little lightning bug or whatever. I don't know those little bugs are outside. I'm having a brain fart now. So it has this where it's, oh God, of course the sun, it's going to be really hard to see. It's really bright. I know it probably doesn't look it, but it's really bright. The lights and the wings change a lot and stuff. Then it has 2 sounds. It has music, and then it has waves. And I connect this to the, well, that got your attention. I connect it to the headrest so that it hangs there in front of his car seat, and it kind of keeps him like distracted as the car starts moving and when the car stops, you know, because when the car's moving, he's always looking out the window and really interested in what's going on. When the car stops is when hell begins. Like, so this has really been a lifesaver for car trips. Like, I am telling you, if your baby has rough time with car rides, this is your savior. Like, honestly, it has been the best thing because car rides are so much easier now with it, and it actually a lot of times soothes. Can you tell someone's discovering their voice? It soothes him to sleep. Do you want it? Okay, you want it? There you go. So the very, very, very last thing, you guys saw Mr. Octopus in our, I don't know if Mr. Octopus was in our newborn favorites. Okay, so Mr. Octopus is not here right now, but I probably didn't have it in the newborn favorites. I'm thinking I didn't. But Mr. Octopus is a toy like this. If you go to What's in My Diaper Bag video, I will link it somewhere up here in a card. What month was that? 2 to 4 months, 2 to 3 months. The What's in My Diaper Bag video, you guys will see. Yeah. You guys will see Mr. Octopus in that, and that is his absolute favorite thing, and it's not up here probably because it's downstairs, and we try to make sure that stays near the diaper bag at all times. Mr. Octopus is a very similar toy. Mr. Octopus is by Baby Einstein. It has like a mirror and little dangly things, and it's an octopus. This is his puppy that we got too. The puppy does this thing where it like vibrates and scrunches up. This is by Tommy Lamaze. And this one has 2 little rings, which he likes, and it just has a hook where you can hook it onto stuff. You can hook it onto their play gym or whatever. And he, this is just his car toy, so that in case we ever forget Mr. Octopus, we have his puppy in the car to kind of keep him distracted. This and Mr. Octopus, he likes to just go like this on when he's tired in the car, and he also likes to eat on their heads. But these have been lifesavers. I can't believe I forgot Mr. Octopus, but he has been in many videos and vlogs. Yeah, he's telling you guys all about Mr. Octopus. So that is all his favorites from 2 to 3 months. You are so funny. Look at this ham. Hi. Tell them. See, those were all my favorites. That was so funny and loud. You're becoming such a big boy. Now he's staring at his lightning bug. So what was I saying? These have been his favorites from 2 to 3 months. You guys are going to probably see a 4 months fave video like pretty soon after this one, just because I am doing this when he's like 4 months and 2 weeks old or something. I think he's like 4 months and 2 weeks old. Anyways, but I'm going to start doing these month to month. I'm sorry if this one was long. That's why I'm going to stop combining them, because I feel like it makes them too long. But I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys later. Jackson, can you say bye? Hey. Hey. Do I need to bring your bug up here? Ooh. Okay, now say bye. See, he loves this thing. I'm telling you, if your baby hates car rides, this is life. Seriously. Bye.